Oh, Gallic Rome going offensive here. Nice work. Gonna get some javelins into those Gallic hunter or Gallic warriors though, but he's gonna stop that with some armored Germanic spearmen. We also have that longsword cohort as well now moving up. He has 3 units of longsword, 4 units of longswords, as well as a Gallic warrior there. He's gonna push this flank perfectly timed actually. 1 unit. What's up, folks? Total War is here. Today we've got a 3v3 with some non-GC factions, so it's going to get really interesting here. Starting off here for the defenders, we have Terrace, and these guys are going to have some interesting units. These are some mercenary Spartan hoplites, as well as some Hippeus. Then hoplites as well up front there, more hoplites there. We have some Tarentine hoplites across the back here, and then some archers here. These are called Toxotes. I probably butchered that one, but it's pretty much just a regular Greek archer unit. And then we got some hoplites up front as well. That is pretty much everything for their army. It's pretty limited, not a ton of variety. Then for Eridei, the second defender, we have some Illyrian noble hoplites all across here. This one's got a level 7 chevron. 3 more of those, not with the level 7 chevron. Then this one has a level 4 chevron, and then a general there, as well as some in the back here with a level 3 chevron. Up on the wall, we've got another one with 2 more, actually, with 0 chevrons. We've got some slave slingers, 3 slave javelin men, and 4 slave javelin men. 1, 2, 3, 4 slave javelin men, and then 2 slave slingers there. And then we've got 3 cavalry sallying here, and these guys are going to be Illyrian cavalry. I see a chevron, 1 right there on that center unit. Then we do have Gallic warriors for Gallic Rome. Fits very well. 4 of those guys, they all have level 1 chevrons. And then in the back here, we've got a heavy Gallic spearman, level 1 chevron. Equite, Scutari, longsword cohort, all across here. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those maybe, and then these 2 right here have level 2 chevrons, and then over here we have his archers. It's going to be 2 Gallic heavy skirmishers as well as 2 Balearic slingers. So those guys are more like Pelthos, those Gallic heavies, and then we've got some Balearic slingers, which I don't know if the later era slingers get better stats, but that would be kind of cool if they did, actually. So we've got the Hippeus. They're making a charge on some elite Persian archers there. Those are for the Armenians who are on the attacking faction. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sorry, 7 of those. I think those are all elite Persian archers. In the back, he's got some Persian hoplites and noble spearmen, as well as some more noble spearmen, and then more noble spearmen, and then some Kartali axemen. Looks like the Erideian cavalry have gotten pinned down by the Carthaginians and the Gothi, which is the 3rd attacking faction. We've got royal cataphracts, quite a few in fact. 1, 2, 3, 4, is that it? 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all I see right now. 4. Yeah, I'm only counting 6 now. Then we have for Carthage mercenary Italian spearmen here. Swordsmen, sorry. Mercenary Italian swordsmen, and then 2 Gallic hunters, or Gallic warriors, and then mercenary Italian swords and mercenary Gallic hunters. Then warriors, I gotta get that down. Mercenary noble fighters, level 3 chevrons, as well as on that second unit of those. Some Libyan infantry there with level 4 chevron, and then some more level 4 chevron Libyan infantry there. African pikemen and some Libyan infantry, all of those have level 4 chevrons. A noble cavalry general, as well as a Carthaginian ballista there. That one is a moving and quite deadly. Then we have the Cretan archers, 1, 2, 3 up front, and then Balearic slinger, level 1 chevron. More Libyan infantry with a level 4 chevron on each of those. And then that royal cataphract is going to go ahead and pull back. Those royal cataphracts chasing down some routers, it appears, of that Erideian cavalry. That's it. Then we have the Gothi faction. These guys are going to have some armored Germanic swordsmen up front, 4 of those on the siege towers. We've got 2 Tilifi cavalry. These guys got 40 kills and 43, a combined 83 kills here. Then some Tervingi. I have no idea what that Tervingi. I think that'd be pronounced Tervingi. but that's probably butchering it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. Back some Teravingi warriors with level 2 chevrons, 2 of those. And then we've got those Gothic archers along the back. And if I'm correct, the Gothic archers, are these guys somewhat like the Gallic hunters? I mean, obviously they don't have the hide ability. Maybe more of like a Cretan archer. 35 damage, 150 range, so that's good. That's a plus. 7 shots a minute, ammunition, 15 rounds, weapon damage, charge bonus, armor, health. They look to be a pretty solid unit just based on their stats. So I'm rooting for those guys. I hope they do well. Then let's see. I think that's everybody now. As Carthage is busting the walls, they are inside. We have some Illyrian noble hoplites going in to contest them quickly. Those Gallic warriors going to go down pretty fast. Some Libyan infantry, level 4 chevron again, moving in here. Maybe get some javelin volleys off, actually. Close range, too, for those guys. And then it looks like we've got some Eridaean nobles sallying here. Going to go ahead and charge those Gallic warriors. Up here, we've got some carnage on the walls. It looks like the entire Eridaean slinger and archer force, missile force, is completely annihilated. I think that can be fact-checked here. 21 on those elite Persians, 30, 31, 39, 81, 98, 39, and 69. So yeah, these elite Persians took out the entire Eridaean slinger force or archer force. There's some slave javelin men here, as well as a few in the back there, though. So the walls are broken down now. These slave javelin men are going to pull back. They almost got caught there, it looked like. The Gallic warriors look like they're going to push inside here with no real defense there. We do see some hoplites from Taras moving up there as well. 3 Illyrian nobles here. This is not the best idea here, clumping these guys, especially under archer fire from these flaming shot. Why do people do this? They got elite Persian archers here using flaming shot against infantry. I guess right now it's working as more like a morale. Does it have a morale? Yes, it does have a morale bonus. Lowers enemy morale, so that's good. Unless your own units get caught in that, because that's no good if they get caught in that. Because I think it does friendly morale. Does it say? Cannot be used in wet weather, damage, reload time. It doesn't. I mean, I think they do damage friendly morale as well. So they need to charge into these Libyan infantry. These 3 units need to move forward into that Libyan infantry and get those guys taking that fire as well. Also, fire now moving in from the flanks from these Cretan archers. These guys, these elite Illyrian noble hoplites, going to go down pretty fast under that kind of archer fire. We do have a Libyan infantry, 33 kills though, and it is pretty much decimated. 74 men left, and it's falling fast. And yeah, only 33 kills on that. And again, those guys have level 4 chevrons, so those aren't cheap units. Those are pretty elite. We're going to get some royal cataphracts in here. These guys are the elite shock cavalry for the Armenians. And he went all out with these guys. It's pretty much a cav and archer army here, because he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 archers, and then what did we say, 6 of those elite of the cataphracts. And those are pretty expensive cataphracts. I don't know what the exact cost on those is, but it's pretty much about the same cost as an elephant, if I'm correct. So you're probably better off going with the elephants, but he opted for the royal cataphracts, and we'll see how that plays out for him, especially against spear factions, because Taras has no sword infantry. It's an entirely spear faction with these Tarentine hoplites, and then just the hoplites, as well as the Eridaei, which is an entire spear faction. So I don't know how well that's going to work out for him, bringing in these royal cataphracts, but we'll see how that goes. The Gothai now landing on the walls here. They swapped out for Oathsworn here. Okay, that is interesting. They must have pushed up with the armored Germanic swords. Oh wait, hold on. Did they have more siege towers somewhere, or did they pick up an allies? Because these were not here. They had 4 siege towers. They were all manned by... Oh wait, maybe they... Oh, these were guarding their ballista. Okay. Okay, I was trying to figure out where these 4 siege... These were in front of the ballista right here. And that, speaking of that ballista, he has 0 kills, but he does have ammunition, so he's firing probably somewhere down into one of these squares here. Trying to get some infantry kills. The wall defense is pretty much broken. Just a few Eridaean noble hoplites holding out in here, and these guys got low kill count, 68, 62, 40, And out of the elite units like that, you expect those guys to get more than that, especially 37, yeah. Especially considering, like, this guy, he's got 7 chevrons on this thing. This thing had to cost him a cool $2,000 in the army building process, and it's only got 49 kills, and he's about to get it annihilated there. That's not what you want starting out. Gallic Rome here has kind of opted for more of like a street defense here, rather than holding the walls. Kind of a good move considering the wall defense is pretty much completely crushed here. And this cavalry, the only reason I would say not to go for a street defense here is because of that cavalry. All those royal cataphracts give those guys room to run, line up a clean charge, especially right here. I mean, look at all this open space. They could get a clean charge. They could wipe out that Gallic warrior right there. Even against these longsword cohorts, cycle charging those guys could wipe these guys out really quickly. So I think a wall defense would be better right here, but considering it's pretty much already overrun, you're going to have to stick with that street defense and hope that those Gallic or those elite shock royal cataphracts don't get too clean of a charge going in there, because they will decimate an army really quickly. We've got some Tarentine hoplites up here. They are taking out a mercenary noble fighter. This noble fighter, only 29 kills here, as opposed to the Tarentine hoplites 18. Are they taking fire to the back or something? Because these, in theory, these mercenary noble hoplites, these mercenary noble fighters should be winning this very easily. I mean, really easily. They're not even getting attacked in the back. It's just a head-on battle. And these noble fighters are by far a much better unit than those Tarentines. So I don't know what's going on there. That might be a glitch. That seems weird. Unless they were already like decimated by like archer fire, or if their archers, maybe these guys, these Tuxotes, I think that's what I agreed that it was. The Tuxotes got into them and with some back shots from right here, pouring them from right behind these hoplites and pouring them into the backs. That would make the most sense of why those guys are losing, but they're not now, so they should possibly reclaim that fight. Those Tarentines, I just don't see any way those guys win. That's really strange to me. Up here on the walls, Gallic Rome's got a heavy Gallic spearman. I got that backwards. Here guarding against these armored Germanics. These armored Germanics, I don't know really what class these guys are in. They have a 70 armor, which is decent. A 55 base morale. I'm trying to think of a unit I can compare that to. They're definitely better than the Gallic warriors. The hoplites would have a 50 base morale. Less armor, or more armor though, right? Yeah, so they'd be about the same as a hoplite unit, which would make them a mid-tier sword infantry. If I'm correct. I'm probably not even close. 133 on these noble hoplites. These guys managed to salvage something out of that. The other one here appears to be routed. This is probably the one with the level 7 chevron. I think they're all dead, so I cannot get a kill count on these guys. The attackers completely wiped those out. The Teravengi Oathsworn now. Teravengi, that almost sounds better than the Teravengi. I don't even know what I was saying earlier. I've completely forgotten. It's going to change every time I say it because I have no idea how to pronounce that. Probably should punch that into a pronunciation thing online. I don't even know. Okay, 50 kills on that Oathsworn there, 0, 0, and 0. So these units are brand new. I just saw some ballista fire, I believe, pouring through. These guys got 30 kills on the ballista, so nothing great. I like how Gallic Rome's kind of keeping his main units, mainly these longsword cohorts, back behind the buildings and such to keep them away from that, and then just throwing out that one cheap Gallic warrior, let them take the fire, waste the ammunition on that cheap junk. The Gallic skirmishers as well, even staying behind those buildings. Ooh. This longsword cohort looks smaller than normal, but it is a full 120 unit, so that one hasn't taken fire either. Eridei, pretty much out of this fight right now. All he has left that I can see is these two units back here. It's an Illyrian noble with a level 3 chevron and his general, which is another Illyrian noble. Because these guys out here, there's no way they are getting out of this. This Tarentine hoplite, 79 kills. So yeah, Eridei, though, pretty much gone. He's no longer a factor in this game, and for no attackers defeated yet. So all attackers still in the game. It's going to be to Gallic Rome pretty much to pull this out, because I don't think these spears can mount enough kills unless they keep fighting like this unit. I mean, if this unit What's he going to get? 100 kills out of this unit before it routes? If they can keep that up and get 100 kills on every spear unit, I mean, that's totally worth it. I mean, these spears will pull through, but I think it's up to Gallic Rome and this longsword cohort, because the spears just don't average that many kills. I mean, you bring a spear faction, you expect to get a lower kill count. Normally about 1,000 kills or 1,500 if you're good. On that. So we've got the Eastern Cataphracts pulling up here as the attackers kind of get organized in this open area. It's going to be up to the Terras to hold the faction, to hold this left flank, it looks like, while Gallic Rome holds, I guess, like the center and the right flank. So he's going to have his work cut out for him, especially considering he has 0 reserves here. These 2 units, I guess, count as reserves. But he's going to have all 3 of these longsword cohort here up to guard this main area, hold this tower and such. He'll have an extra here to throw javelins, maybe. He's got 2, so a cycle charging unit here on this right flank here. The longsword cohorts, we've got another one that can reinforce either side, as well as the Equite Scutarii, which isn't going to be good in that stable combat. The Gallic heavy Gallic spearmen, I get that backwards like every time so far, up here on the wall is going to hold against a push that could essentially envelop those longsword cohort. One thing I see here is I might pull my army back and just hold this bridge. The reason being is it's just a much tighter choke point. I'm not holding 2 or 3 different choke points, and with limited reserves like this, it might be the better of the 2 better. Just because then you can concentrate your forces better. Smaller numbers will work better against the larger forces. But Armenia here, pretty much out of this, his archers out of ammunition here, going down. 136 on that one, though. That's not terrible. He still has 1, 2, 3 infantry units. So he's not a huge player in this anymore, unless his cavalry can make a huge effect. 11, 12 kills so far on those guys, and not huge losses, though. So they could pull through yet, and he could use his cavalry effectively. Against these spears, again, though, I don't think he's going to do much. And, whoa, is that javelins? No. Okay, we got the Toxotes. 76 kills on these guys. Do they still have ammunition? They do still have ammunition, but they appear to be taking fire from somewhere down the line. Probably these Cretan archers, which are at 51 kills. 34 back there as well. And then a 41 as well also. Let's see, we got a Carthaginian ballista here. This guy, brand new, no ammunition used as of yet. A good angle on this, and actually he can't see this, so I don't expect him to do that. But it'd be kind of awesome if you could set up like right here between this rubble, like right there, just behind that tree. Clean shot right here into the line. Get a few bouncing rolls, or bouncing stones. You could get rid of those Tarentine hoplites pretty quickly, unless, I mean, he moved them, which would probably be the most logical thing. Okay, so the Gallic warrior is going to pull up and make the first line of defense. The Teravingi Oathsworn get a charge in here, and those Gallic warriors do not stand a chance. This guy went from 42 to 30 in like no time. He's going to try to get as many javelins off from his Gallic hunter, or his longsword cohort, as possible, though. But you can see that first unit already routing of those Gallic warriors. He's going to have to charge those in. Not going to get any time to throw javelins. On this left side, he's going to get a bit of a different situation. Those Gallic warriors going to only get like 10 kills, which probably were all on javelins. He's just boosting these Oathsworn's kill counts right now. But he's going to get a few extra javelins off from those longsword cohorts on this one. And then he also has 2 more. No, 1 more. Yes, 2 more. Okay, yes. I thought he maybe brought the one up in reserve. Thought maybe it was this one here. He's bringing up his heavy skirmishers. Probably a good time for this, because he's got this heavy infantry. The javelins are going to do really good. Also, the Balearic slingers, which he does have up here, wouldn't do too bad here either. They do have a high AP, if I'm correct. Let's see. What's their damage? Where's damage? Missile damage right here. Do they have AP on missile damage? Armor piercing. They've got an AP of 8, so I mean they could do pretty good damage against that heavily armored Teravingi Oathsworn. The Eric Dei going to get in here with his units. Guy got turned here. He turned to take a charge from those Royal Cataphracts, which charged right into the front of a spear unit. Don't know why this Armenians decided to do that. But he did get that. He did get flanked, though, by a Teravingi Oathsworn there. And then he also sent his other in on a flanking move against those Royal Cataphracts. Those Royal Cataphracts going to have to pull out pretty quickly as they're going to get overwhelmed. He's going to charge in those Gallic heavy skirmishers. I don't know if he meant to do that, because I cannot imagine any possible scenario where these guys are out of ammunition with only 30 kills. But I mean, maybe? Okay, taking fire here from the, what are these? The Gothic archers. Taking fire on these Gallic heavy skirmishers. These guys throwing their javelins, it looks like, into this unit here, which isn't bad because they got their backs to that. Oh, wait, no, maybe he's thrown clear over here and into the sword side of a Teravingi Oathsworn fighting on this right flank. On this far right flank, no action as of yet, not even a push on the wall. I would think maybe you would try to use these Germanic swords and try to get through the heavy Gallic spearmen, because the Gallic spearmen seem to be the weakest point here. Obviously, the longsword cohort are very elite. Your chances of pushing through those are almost impossible. So the spearmen normally not as good in Rome 2, so they're probably your best bet. The German Giant Ballista, the GGB, got 40 kills there, and it appears as though he is out of ammunition now. We got a longsword cohort, 93 kills already, less than 20 losses. This is why this unit is awesome. 93 kills, 2 chevrons, and it has 17 losses, and it's not against cheap units. That's against these Teravingi Oathsworn, the elites of the Gothi tribes. This Oathsworn, 94 kills. He hasn't fared so well in the KD ratio. He has lost over half of his unit now. Some Gallic heavy skirmishers out of ammunition now, going to charge into hand-to-hand there. 56 kills on those guys with their javelins, 32 on these Gallic heavies. That first Oathsworn, Teravingi Oathsworn, is going to rout. These longsword cohort here are out of ammunition, so probably want to charge them into the melee. Maybe cycle charge them with this longsword here. I see level 2 chevrons. Did he? No, he did not. Okay, he still has his level 2 chevron unit, so those guys earned their chevrons. This longsword cohort, 17 kills and out of javelins there. We've got some Toxotes moving up here. I don't know, are these guys still have ammunition? I think he's trying to ease the pressure of these Gothic archers on the longsword cohort here, and it's working to some extent. He's losing his archers, but he pushed those guys back. They did fall back, and he'll give them at least momentary relieve them momentarily from the archer fire there. So the longsword cohort going to go to work. 141 on this unit. He's still got 80 men left. That's ridiculous. I would not be surprised if Gallic Rome goes like a cool 3,000 kills. Easy. I mean, no joke. Because Eridea is out of this, there's so much to be done. The spears aren't going to get a ton of kills. I would not be shocked if he goes for an easy 3,000. If they win. I mean, if they lose, then probably not. He probably only goes for probably 2,000. But he is, like I said earlier, now out of reserves. Once he punches these two longsword cohort into the fight on that front rank, he's got nothing. He can't do anything as far as reinforcing this right flank. So if he gets forced to put these two longsword cohorts in, and for some reason the enemy pushes this right flank then becomes the weakest point because they have 0 reinforcements other than what's already over here, which actually I didn't mention this earlier, but he is backed by a Balearic Slinger. I don't know. That actually is good because if a fight gets up here on the walls, right where he's at, turn to the right, you've got perfect angle on anybody who tries to push the wall. I did not see that earlier, but that is actually awesome tactic. I love that. If that were to happen, if they do push on the wall, I so want to see him turn that. This longsword cohort winning 164, 37 men left, so he's still in the fight there. That armored Germanic spear going to go out with 42 kills. These Gothic Oathsworn, the Teravingi Oathsworn, 130 kills on that guy. 182 though against this longsword cohort. 84 on that Gallic heavy skirmisher. He's got through quite a few. The Illyrian nobles up to 41, the other one up to 52. Like I mentioned earlier, spears don't really get a ton of kills, but that's kind of disappointing. I mean, these guys had level 3 chevron. You could have gotten them more than 52 kills, and that leaves him with 1 unit left now after that one routes. I don't think they have anything back here in the Citadel. No, they don't have any reserves. So it actually looks like Terras The Spear faction has the most units right now for them. And there we go. Those Armored Germanics going to rout there. And Carthage now sending some Libyan infantry to help join this fight. We did get some longsword cohorts going to push into that Libyan infantry, though. Just going to use sheer numbers and going to cut that longsword cohort out. That cohort just hit 200 kills, though. 45 men left. Earned 3 chevrons. Earned every single one of them. And then we have that Germanic sword, 62 kills, going to pull out. This longsword cohort feels like it should be fighting. But it's not. It's just standing there. 17 kills. I would swap this out with this Libyan infantry, or maybe go in on a flank and get these Armored Germanics. We also have some Tarentine Hoplites. These guys have 3 kills. 3 kills. They have 1 loss, so I guess that's okay. I'd like to see them charge into this Teravingi Osworn. Also, we're going to get a charge from the Libyan infantry. These guys going to charge into a longsword cohort with 23 men left, so that unit's going to go down pretty quickly. But it has 196 kills, so this one is doing really good. It just breached its 3rd chevron there. And they're also getting backed by some javelin fire from another longsword cohort. That's the one with 2 kills. He also has his general here. This is an elite cavalry unit. Maybe... Actually, these archers would almost be a prime target if you could somehow go all the way around, come out here. The only problem is Armenia still holds royal cataphracts like crazy. That's a ton of royal cataphracts. Over here, the enemy is pretty bunched up. Maybe some artillery would be awesome right here. But this is mostly archers, and I think all of Armenian archers are out. Looks like these Cretans are out. 74, 97 kills there. Is this ballista? This ballista has not opened fire yet. Do they even... What are they doing? They should be firing right now. This would be kind of cool, actually. Firing right here on these hoplites. Any overshot goes into the Spartan hoplites. Actually, was this Spartan hoplite just like a... What kind of unit is this? Because this looks like a almost... not a Royal Spartan, but the... oh, I'm blanking on it. Maybe a Procoli hoplite, or Procoli spears for... Sparta, except the Procoli hoplites, not the ones with the javelins. The Procoli hoplites is what this looks like to me. So I'm feeling that's like a mid-tier spear. Definitely better than the regular hoplites, though. So any extra ammunition overshot would go maybe into that. Could fall in that dead space. But anything else hits these hoplites, hits that extra hoplite there. You could rack up a kill count with that ballista pretty quickly there. And now the reserves for Taras running thin as well. He's got 2 Tarentine hoplites here that he's finally pushing in. He also has this one. I guess he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reserves. It's not a ton, though, considering the enemy is pretty much... Gallic is pretty gone now after he moved all his Teravingi Osworn into the fight. They're gone. That's pretty much it for him. He still has those archers and then a few armored Germanics. Oh, Gallic Rome going offensive here. Nice work. Gonna get some javelins into those Gallic warriors, though. But he's gonna stop that with some armored Germanic spearmen. We also have that longsword cohort as well now, moving up. He has 3 units of longsword, 4 units of longswords, as well as a Gallic warrior there. He's gonna push this flank, perfectly timed actually. 1 unit to go around and surround this main line of enemy infantry. And then 1 to take out that Teravingi Osworn, 1 to surround the Teravingi Osworn. And I think that's everything. Oh no, he's still got another unit to go around and into the remaining units. This could be a tide turner right here. If he didn't already have the victory, this is going to push it in. This is going to make it. Oh, the Gallic warrior is going to turn around after getting a javelin volley into the backs of those Teravingis. Those Teravingi Osworn 0 kills, but they're going to pull back to a little bit easier defended position. They're also going to get reinforced by a 2nd Teravingi, as well as some armored Germanic spearmen. I would dispatch, yes, he's going to do this right now. 2, I would just do 1, but he's going to do 2. Oh, nope, he's just going to do 1. Okay, I like that. Maybe some pressure, no. He's going to go ahead and push this in right into the backs of these guys. He also has that brand new longsword cohort. Oh, not brand new. It's lost 20 men, but it has 85 kills, and it's earned an extra chevron there. So now it's up to 3 chevrons. Oh, right back charge into the royal cataphracts. This main line is going to be completely routed. He has the force here to push against these Teravingis. The only thing would be if this royal cataphracts would get around. If he engaged, they could come around and get behind him. That could rout him, so he probably wants to maintain that defensive position. He's going to push this into a tighter choke point here now, as he can actually push it back up to here, between this tower and the buildings, instead of clear back here now that he doesn't have to worry about this gap now that it's being covered. He's also getting some back shots from those Balearic Slingers. 27 kills on those guys. He also has his Balearic Slinger up on the wall, 9 kills, and now his Terras getting a slight push here against those Kurtali Axemen and against the Carthaginians here. He's pretty much wiped out that center force, or that left flank, and it looks like the longsword cohort, this one just tipped with that push. The main line of enemy infantry is broken. 255 on this longsword cohort. Still got 9 men left. Earned 3 chevrons. About halfway to its 4th. Totally earned that. 36 kills on that Balearic Slingers. The Teravingi Osworn going to go ahead and withdraw. We also have some Socii Equites here coming through. I don't know, not Socii Equites. Royal Cataphracts. I think I'm fighting Rome or something. Socii Equites are Roman units, right? And I am completely lost right now. The Royal Cataphracts are going to make a charge on those. Why is it giving me fort wall damage? Those longsword cohort. Those longsword cohort only 26 kills. 1 chevron. They're losing now to get after they get charged. Also, there's trample ability going on those guys. So they're going to rack up quite a few kills. The Teravingi going to go ahead and make a nice little defensive position here. I like it. He has the remainder of his units. Everything he's got left is right here. Also, he's going to put his archers up on the walls, maybe moving these guys down to about right here, get some shots in on those guys. We also have those Balearic Slingers now, 54 kills and climbing as they've turned, and they are now firing into the sides of those armored Germanics. Those Gallic heavy Gallic spearmen, I got that backwards, for a 3rd time in the row, with losing pretty quickly, actually, losing quite a few men. He's now down to 22 losses. And those Germanic spears lost over half the unit. Those guys are going down, but 40 kills, not too bad against such a heavy infantry. Also, you're getting shot in the back with some Balearic Slingers, so, I mean, that says something. He's going to do a Gallic Warrior Rush on those archers, and those archers still got ammunition, 21 kills. He's not going to quite make it to them, as those Teravingi Osworn as well as a Armored Germanic Sword are going to try to stop him. Not the best idea ever, though, as those Longsword cohort can now get engaged, cut you off. Also, you just opened up your flank to be surrounded by a far superior force right now. He's going to go all charge now, as Gothai is just going to go suicide here. Carthage still is here. Armenians get those 2 units left. Not really worth mentioning, but African pikemen. Just stand. Oh, they're gonna set their pikes down. Is that pike? No, that's not pike stack. Okay, I thought maybe there was another unit in there, but there is not. So that's good. Do we have archers here somewhere? These defenders can wrap this up. We have these Toxotes. These guys are out of ammunition at 56 kills, however. We need to get these Balearic Slingers over here and get rid of those pikes, or just go ahead and bait them out into the open, which he's going to have to do eventually, or maybe just don't engage them. Eventually, Gallic Rome, if he keeps this push, is going to go ahead and surround Carthage. So Carthage is going to get cut off if he doesn't do something fast, get into a better position. These longsword cohort going to go ahead and do some trading, some javelin volleys with those Teravingis. That longsword cohort, 3 chevrons, 106 kills there. This one as well, 26 kills. This one here, 73 as it fights another Teravingi. It just wiped out an armored Germanic. Those guys going to rout. We also have some heavy siege equipment. We have some heavy Gallic spearmen, and that's the first time in this video I think I have gotten it correct. And they are going to get into these archers potentially. They're going to try. They might even neutralize that tower, which would be awesome. A nice strong push against those Teafali cavalry. He's also getting his general in here now. These guys got 11 kills and no losses. When did this happen? They must have been fighting routers or something. Some Balearic Slingers here, 102, continuing to fire now. Looks like they're firing into some cavalry here, maybe that noble cavalry from Carthage. This unit looks like it's going to go out with 141, 20 men left though, so it could yet rally. 2 chevrons on that unit, ridiculously experienced around here. The longsword cohort here, 3 chevrons, and he's got 107 on those guys. I think I just mentioned him like 3 seconds ago. 49 kills now on these Gallic Slingers. In my opinion, the Gallic Slingers need to come around right here. Perfect shot, actually. Right around, just right here, and fire right into the side of these African pikemen. It'd be awesome. Shred those units really fast. So he kind of needs to get that done. Also, now he's going to be charging with these longsword cohort. The cavalry just making a last-ditch effort, trying to slow him down, potentially even stop him. Those heavy Gallic spearmen, 79 kills, level 1 chevron. They're going to go ahead and probably try to push against those Gothic archers. He's not going to capture this tower unless he breaks off a sword unit. Whoa, this unit's going out. This unit has been like it's going out for the last like 10 minutes. And some royal cataphracts. I think we see the writing on the wall here, so we're going to go ahead and speed this up to 2 times speed. The terrace going around, and they still got the Spartan hoplites. I don't know why they're holding the Spartan hoplites in reserve when they have these Tarentine hoplites, which are, I think, a better unit. Maybe they're not. But throw them in here right now. You've won the battle, clearly, I think. Unless, like, some million IQ move comes into play here. The Sociais Equite Scutarii engaged there. 37 kills. They are losing, however. Some spears going to get down off the wall now. 90 kills on those guys as they wrapped up an archer unit. We've got some Telefali cavalry back behind here. But he's going to get wrapped up by a longsword cohort with 2 chevrons, 146 kills. Carthage is kind of retreating into his own little shell here. The heavy Gallic spearmen there are going to go ahead and guard the entrance for those Armenian cavalry, just shut those guys out, keep them out. He's going to go ahead and throw his Gallic slingers in, 106 and 56. They must have been out of ammunition, unfortunately. And then we're going to get a nice charge here against these Carthaginians. Oh, it got intercepted by that ballista. Wait, you can burn the ballistas? How do you do that? Somebody please tell me in the comments how you burn the ballistas without flaming arrows. I so need to know this. How on earth did they just do that? Why aren't they doing it to the rest? I just want to see them do it to the rest. Maybe it was just like this arrow tower was shooting down in these longsword cohort and it just happened to hit that ballista. That's crazy. Those heavy Gallic spearmen then going to go ahead and wrap up the royal cataphracts. That's it. Army loss is going to kick in. Carthage going to rout. That great battle. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and in just a minute we're going to go ahead and watch the statistics here. Can I throw this into 4 times speed or just okay? There we go. End of the replay. Okay, let's see. Gallic Rome is the one that sent this in. I believe it was the Darken. I'm not sure. It's taking forever to load. And wait, there we go. All right. And loading. Okay, we can go ahead and start, I guess. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the Terras. This is by 69 OPLEGEND. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that one. I'm just going to spell it out. He has 1,562 kills. Let's see, he's got 0 on his general, 148, 108 on 172, 218 on those Tarentine hoplites. That Tarentine got 2 chevrons there, as well as those other ones that are over 100 kills. His archers didn't do great, but it is kind of a cheap, just junk archer unit. There's Toxotes. Yeah, I think that's how I'm pronouncing it. I don't know, honestly. That's probably completely wrong. 47, 81, 56, 94, and then another 156 on that other Tarentine hoplite. That one earned a level 3 chevron. That one must have started with a chevron because this one got 218, only 2 chevrons. This one got 156, 3 chevrons. The Hypaius at 104, 40 on the Spartan hoplites. Looks like they took no losses from their energy bar, or whatever that thing is, that green bar underneath. The other one got 0, 26, 36, 88, 114, 20, and 54 on those hoplites then. The Darken, thanks for sending in the replay. 1,857 kills here, just shy of 2,000 with 863 on that general, 106, 58, 91, 39 on those Gallic heavy skirmishers. Those Balearic slingers, 106, did a good job there. 55, 166 on that longsword. We're going to see some awesome stats, so I might just have to highlight them. 151, 110, 196, 142, 258. That is awesome. Unfortunately, that entire unit appears to have been annihilated. 37, 19, 13, 10 on those Gallic hunters. Or Gallic warriors. I've called them Gallic hunters so many times. These non-GC factions are really messing me up here. And then the heavy Gallic spearmen, 108 on those guys. They were hunting down archers. Then we have Will Marr Smith, 48 with 1,030 kills. He didn't do the best, but he has 195 here on these Illyrian nobles, 145. Oh, that got more than I thought. He was in like 40 last time I checked that unit. So did better than I thought, actually. 48, 1-9 on those cavalry. Didn't he? Oh, yeah, 11 on that one. 0 on his slave slingers. 19, 10, 17, and 1 on those javelin men. 135, 52, 16, 137, 79, and then 85. So no, I am no brain was playing as the Gothy. These guys had 1,327 kills, 70 on his general, 40 on his ballista, 74, 83, 56, 59, 83, 34. And then for these Teravingi Oathsworn here, you got 175 is the best. The worst here being 33, which is like, oh wait. Hold on, the worst of his Teravingi Oathsworn are actually 47, sorry. 33 and 60 on those Teravingi warriors, and then those armored Germanic spears just kind of did okay. 51, 55, 67 being the best of those. Josh-G8S, 1,579 kills. He is the top killer on his team. 48 for those noble cavalry. 114 on that Carthaginian ballista, which is pretty good, actually. 138, and then 112, 62, 95, 54. Those archers, that archer corps did pretty good. That 54 on the African pikeman, and then we got 71, 134, those Libyan infantry. For level 4 chevrons, that's pretty weak. Should have done a little bit better than that, but 163, that's not bad. Then we got 28, 40, 54, and 40 for those mercenary Celtic warriors. And then 21, 36, 114, and 63 on those noble hoplites. Then we have Gimli, he's 1,441 kills. We have 37, 103, 84, 91, 48, and 110 on that cavalry. I don't know why you bring cavalry against two predominantly spear factions, but it didn't really pay off. So my advice from this one would be never do that again. His archers, though, didn't do awful. 97, 140, 57, 71, 140 being the best of those. His Cortali Axemen, 92, 85, and then those Noble Spearmen, 49, 55, 60, 40, 35. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next one.